It is Show Us Your Tips for progroupracing.com.au here for a rare Monday night look at Australia Day racing on Tuesday. Very good meeting at Caulfield, almost Saturday quality meeting, some listed races there, and midweek racing from Warwick Farm. Beaver, how are you, my friend?
Very good, thanks, Daggy. Yeah, it's a bit different here on a Monday night, mate, but I'm looking forward to the day off tomorrow, Australia Day. That's going to be a warm one.
It is going to be a warm one. Hopefully, we won't spend heaps on Warwick Farm because there's every chance it gets caught off.
No,
I believe
pretty tough.
Will be action and all that sort of thing. And seeing how that goes with the parading, short parades and safety being the paramount and all that sort of thing.
And a late start.
What's that, sorry?
And a late start.
And it's a late start, that's right. We'll kick off there, shall we? Oh, firstly, how was your weekend?
Why not? Mate, it was a good weekend, wasn't it?
Sam, who multied up your Queensland tips and had a fill up. So the king in the north.
Good on you, Sammy boy. Oh, how good was that? Three out of three. If you multied them up like Sammy did, you got 20s plus.
Oh,
so happy days there.
Plus as well. They all got out.
Yeah, that's right. They all got out to decent value, which was lovely, and all won convincingly. And the Beaver was very happy, and then picked up a 3 out of 4, I think, in Melbourne, and 3 out of 5 in Sydney because one of my tips in Melbourne was done. So it was a good day.
And you got Bandersnatch right, so kudos there. You stuck solid. You got me there.
Yes, mate, I did. Yes, that's right.
So on fire last couple of weeks. So even in your absence, you had a good week. So flying at the moment. Hopefully it continues in the summer sun tomorrow. Yes. We head to Warwick Farm with the rail and the true. Thinking it probably ends up drying out and plays a bit on pace, but we'll see how we get through the day. We'll kick off with the first 1,100 metre maiden, and we'll run through this quickly. But I think it looks a nice type for the Hawks team, and that trialled really well. And I think Oasis King, who was funny as I was literally doing a form for this race, I flicked over to Sky Central, and there was Oasis King winning at about $2, and that was the only danger here for me.
Yes.
And I think Jenga's going to win this race.
Yeah, I had a sneaky on Oasis today when I saw that at Goulburn. It's a track that I don't mind having a bet at, so I was pretty happy with that. And yeah, I think Jenga now looks the horse to beat here, and probably should get us off to a winning start for the day.
Hope so. We're heading to next at Warwick Farm.
Yeah, I didn't look, mate. I didn't know where to look, to be brutally honest. I stayed clear of the second. I got to the third in what was a pretty awful and open race, but I thought if you were going to have a bet, the Kim Moore trained Seller. Mm-hmm. I thought its first up run second wasn't too bad for a race of this type. Sat up on the speed and got beaten and run down by Veronelli, who was very impressive last start. So if Veronelli was in this, I think it'd be winning this race. And so for that reason, I think Seller can give them something to chase here, and might be hard to beat.
Yeah, Seller, Veronelli just bounced in the bunny and off it went. Seller through outside gate, got jagged, and then had to come along the fence. And I think from gate one, Tommy takes it forward and is probably the obvious starting point here. I didn't like anything else really, and it actually led me back to more. I looked at it. This Wyong horse, where is it here? Nikolai Beagle. I did vow after the weekend that I shall not be tipping Jess Taylor in town again, but
you did
through the town here. It's been through the times here. It's been impressive. 2 starts back, came home in 32, last 600, and been running very good times. I don't know what it is against average opposition because sometimes it doesn't always translate. But if ever a horse is going to come to town and be a chance, I think this is one of them in a race I just generally don't like.
I've just got to ask, Daggy, am I allowing you to tip Jess Taylor from a horse with narrow form?
Right. So I need to. I'm going to get a siren. I'm getting a siren every time I tip Jess Taylor, and every time you tip Paul Massara, I'm going to play the siren.
Yes, I'm off. I'm off.
I'll find it here. Hang on, I've got a.
But I think it's a double doozy because I thought you said no narrow form, but that might have been somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I did bar myself from Jess Taylor wherever the last slaughter was that I was on.
Yes, I think I got that text message here, mate. I'll dig it out.
So I'll hold you. I'll hold you to that if I get to hold you to Paul Massara in town.
You got me.
Done.
You got me, brother.
All right, done. Just quickly, I do want to mention the race before though. It's a race I just don't like, but there's no form.
Don't mention it then.
I think more properly though. If it's ever going to win a race, it'll win this again. Just quickly.
Yeah.
But
Move on.
there's no form there, and there's no form for the rest. Let's get to the fourth race, the 64 over the mile, I think here, which is 6 last start winners, and I think this is actually a better race than a benchmark 64. I don't quite have the answer to who wins it, but I think this is a good race to watch.
Yeah. You got a tip?
I liked the leader Arso. It's interesting horse because it's never been on dry ground. So I don't quite know. It now gets Nash fast track, which probably suits it, but I've never seen it on dry. I just think it might get a loose lead and be hard to beat.
Yeah, I went for Black Bolt. I thought just the pointer that they took it up to Eagle Farm, finished 3rd of 8 there behind Cucaracha, who's a horse that you've tipped on numerous occasions. So not a bad run there. After it won very well the start before that, when well fancied at Newcastle, and prior to that had good form after winning at Gosford. So had some good wins, took it up to Eagle Farm and performed well enough on Boxing Day.
Yep.
So it's had almost a month off, and they've brought it back here. Gets a 2 kilo claim, drawn 4. Black Bolt for me.
No, yeah, very. I don't disagree. I'm not going to really add more. Everyone tells me Gallant Lad is well bred. Shout out to Chester, who was all over it at 40s last start. I was not. Yee was someone I found a few times first prep and came back with a win. Not sure what that means, but yeah, Black Bolt, and around the $5 mark, it has been backed. So I think that's a good find there. Beaver, where are you taking us next? Oh, you got anything on the 1,000-meter race?
No, I completely skipped that, mate. That was just way too hard for me. I just steered clear.
Yeah, I wanted to really stamp Bellagio Miss. I think she's flying here, but then never even come close to running well at the home track at Warwick Farm. But she was competitive with DeGrowan in town. Before that, beat Lashes and Sally's Day. Before that, split Hulk and Mansamusa. I think that's good form for here. Just a weird, I don't know if it's an anomaly that she just did not run well at home. So if I had to have one to be there, where are you looking next at Warwick Farm?
Look, I had to have a pick in the Australia Day Cup, just
we should.
The Cup and the big day of the race. Again, this is a really open affair with horses with plenty of chances here, mate. I went for Sky Max. I thought it now gets all the favours. It should be. Looks like this is what it's been set for. Looks hard fit now, 4th start back. Probably didn't enjoy the best of the conditions last start on the heavy track. So it gets back to a good surface here, where prior to that, 1B5 at Warwick Farm. So we've certainly not handled the track here, and gets about an 8 kilo drop on its last start. So it's carried 61 in the heavy, which is a big ask. So for me, I'm going to go for Sky Max. Gets in well at the weights and should run a solid 2,400.
Yeah, agree with you. Went like a jet here on the dry in 24. If you go back and watch the replay of the wet track run, probably the last 600, its wheels were just spinning. It just didn't travel. It wasn't knocked around, and I'm forgiving that completely. So I'm agree with you. I got Sky Max on top. Robbie Dolan riding really well too. Elaborate coming through. You can tie it through with Parry Sound, who chased it home. And that's the Magic Millions form with Black and Gold up there coming back. Friedman Stable Flying's the main danger for me. I'm just going away from the leaders up top. So, yeah, I'm with you. Sky Max for me as well.
Good man.
And we'll wrap up the day at Warwick Farm very quickly. Anything on Invasion Day, on the topical tip on Australia Day, or you looking elsewhere in the last?
No, no, there'll be no invasion here. I'm going for Jack the Lad. I think that's first up. Looks to be very hard to beat. Had a couple of nice trials. Finished half a length behind Miss Siska and then second behind Tallier, like beating the nose in a barrier trial. So that looks like it's really good barrier trials. So I'm expecting a really, really good showing here. First up from the Wallace stable with Abdullah aboard.
Yeah, I think that's a nice starting point. The last trial wasn't that impressive, but I think doesn't need to be competitive here. The one I'll make a case for away from that was close on top for me as well. The one I'll make a case for just away from the market is number 1 Exceltic. Worst part of the track last start where the sweepers all came down the outside on the wet track. Exceltic came up the inside, stuck on quite well and ran fourth, not far away where it just wasn't a place to be. It is O'Hara Portelli, so I'd want 14, 15, 16 bucks to really have a bet, but I think it's just one that can turn, and now Joel's outside gate, if you can run on, can be competitive here, I think. So for me, yeah, 1 and, what numbers, Jack the Lad? 1 and 9, a nice each-way plays, both of them. Still getting each-way price.
Yeah.
So I'll wrap up Australia, hopefully, with a bit of luck. And just going away from Stormy Rock, I didn't like the way that race inverted. I'm just staying away from there. Just missing behind Blondeau, who didn't really give us much.
So much. No.
On Saturday. So just going away from that, do you have anything to wrap up your quick final thoughts? You can throw out a quarter if you like there, Beaver. If you haven't really, we'll do a proper dive into Caulfield instead. So,
let's. We'll skip to Caulfield, but I will give you my best and value of the day. So my value bet comes up in race 3, number 4, Seller. I thought that presented some good value in what's an open race, and I'm going to get the chockies in the first with my best bet of the day, Jenga. Don't usually go for starters, but won't have to be very good to beat these.
It's a nice horse. Race 1 and 2 for me, Jenga and More Profits, my 2 better bets there, and I do like the value around Seller and Exceltic in the last. To wrap up in Sydney, let's head down south where it is essentially a Saturday meeting. It's a very nice card at Caulfield.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
A bit of rain around, rail in the 6 metres, 6 metre. Last time it did rain in the 6 metre mark, it did get a bit fence off, so I guess we'll monitor that and see how that kicks in down there. But we'll kick off in the first with we'll have a full look through this one, Beaver, because it's a nice looking card. In the first with a sprint, 3-year-old girls, 1,100 metre benchmark 70, and a nice resumer here in Rainbeal, a bit of a spruik horse. Do you have any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I do. I like Rainbeal.
Yeah.
Thought last preparation was very impressive. Look, it's gonna jump on the bunny. It's gonna race close to the lead. It's got some really, really good form. Finished half a length behind Incredulous Dream. Yes, baby. Yes. Prior to that, won easily at Kyneton beating Scream Dream, and before that, Benalla won easily beating Love Sensations. So presents well for this. Diamonds in the Sky won well last start. Look, it looked beaten and kicked back to beat. There's Moynes, I think it was.
Yep.
It was a good win, but look, the other thing should have went past it.
I think there was a little bit of bias in play that day from memory. So
there was. The other thing loomed up, went past and kicked back. So I'm questioning that form a little bit. So for that reason, I think Rainbeal looks probably one of the better bets on the card.
Yep, copy and paste for me. Exactly what you said. Just got eyeballed. Last one. This was we're talking Spring Carnival form when it just it started evens in town, and just was eyeballed the whole way. Probably could have pushed forward and had a bit of an easier time, but just worried out in the end. I think with the spruik around it and coming back here, I think this is coming back to running the Autumn Carnival, and should hopefully set us up to for a big start to the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Race 2, which is the 2,000 metre benchmark 78. This is one I was less enthusiastic about. Any thoughts?
Yeah, 100%. No, I didn't have much thoughts at all here, mate. I thought this was a really open affair. Look, any of the top 7 or 8 horses can win this, and for that reason, I just left it alone.
Yeah, the deeper I dived here, the more confused I got.
Yeah, me too.
It was a nice win last day. Nice last start win. Just was quite dominant through there, but not sure how that form's really stacked up. And then there's ones that will run well, hard and tough. Pace, Humble Pie run well, and I couldn't really split them from there. So I'd sort of rose the bat here as well. The first of the 2-year-old races over the 1,000, the first Blue Diamond preview, which means that Autumn Carnival is only a matter of a month away. We've got the preview and the prelude in a couple of weeks, so setting up for Caulfield. The 2-year-old boys over the 1,000 for the preview there. What do you make of this? General Bow coming back, some nice jump outs. What have you gone with here?
Yeah, I've gone for General Bow. I thought last prep was very, very impressive. No reason it can't produce that type of form again this time in. Jamie Carr aboard, drawn well. Caulfield should suit. I've got that on top for me, but there's going to be plenty of good quality horses chasing.
Yeah, well, I have General too. I think the market's about right. Golf for Sue has been gapping them over in Adelaide. Main danger for me will sit on pace and won a terrain trial by about 10 as a warm-up for this. Extreme Warrior was nice jump out as well, and Abseiler's had the form ranked immediately with Telluride going to Moonee Valley and winning, but General Bow was the straightaway stamp Maribyrnong winner, and the time I should say is stuck up through there, so I think it's here to run well again. So agreeing with you there. A bit more, not really going to...
Yeah, I've got a bit of a watch on Midwest, the first starter from the Friedwin camp as well. Yeah. It was an expensive purchase, so really keen to see if that may need a bit further than 1,000.
I think the girls are a bit easy to work out here. I really like Frost Flowers in race 4. I think she's a nice horse, set up well on debut. Comes here and I think should have Dosh, who we both saw win on Oaks Day on debut. I think it's got most of his field covered. Obviously, any other unraced stuff's always a concern, but I think he's a genuine contender here, Frost Flowers, and pretty keen to back her, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm the same as you, mate. I've got nothing else to add there. I thought Frost Flowers was pretty good first time in, and I think it's going to be hard to beat again.
Great. Let's head to race 5. Another good horse resuming. Do you want to do the honours here?
Yeah, La Mexicana. It was a horse I followed just about every start last prep, and I'm not going to let it get under my guard here. Resuming, good race, but this is a very, very good quality race, particularly the first 3, particularly Absolute Flirt. I thought that was really impressive last start. So no reason it can't run another good race, and Miss Albania is flying. So tough race, but La Mexicana for me.
Yep, I'm with you. I'm actually just saying the gap in the market is Miss Albania. I'm not quite sure how strong that form is. So I'm saying, yeah, La Mexicana, a borderline group horse, if not already. Coming back here again to get ready for autumn. From Absolute Flirt, who was just dominant, and we know how that form all ties through. So I'm looking to back probably La Mexicana, maybe save on Flirt if it gets to a reasonable price, and just play the gap with Miss Albania in between.
Yeah, I think that's probably not a bad strategy. I just don't know if you get enough price to do that, to get both of them.
Oh, yeah, I've got a feeling Albania might even drift there, but we'll see. I've obviously been wrong before. The feature of the day, the John Dillon Stakes listed race, apart from obviously the 2-year-old races, over the 1,400, and I'm again pretty keen here to play Never Again. I think it's a good price, $6.50.
Yeah.
Come back flying. Was pretty dominant in Chester Manifold, and you're getting each way price again here. I think it's an easy bet to have. Yeah,
I thought the same. I thought the favourite Vira was a little bit under the odds here. Had all the favours last start, sat on the back of Rule the World, I think it was, and only just got past it. And Rule the World was not that impressive on the weekend. So that form is a bit questionable, and never against flying at the moment. So I'm happy to play that as well at the $6.
Yeah, I mean,
you the watch on Data's art first up.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to just take the chance that the Duzat's actually a myth. You just summed up Viral perfectly, and then you've got Blazdowski still in the market, which has not done anything in months and months and months. And I think this is a great bet at $6.50.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm not going to really add much more to that. And Viral, like you said, absolute suck. And Rule the World sort of showed itself a little bit up on Saturday. So, yeah, happy to just go. Hang on, this is actual.
Yeah, Viral was that. Viral was well back last start after not, form was okay at best. So yeah, I'm a bit dubious of that.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Yep. No, I think it's, I said, probably to me one of the better each way bets of the day is Never Again. The WJ Adams over the 1,000 metre, another listed race here. Do you like the favourite?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
I think the favourite's really the horse to beat here. Not so sure that it's weighted the best, but look, flying at the moment. Wasn't quite sure when it came over from Morphettville how that form lined up, but proved itself at Moonee Valley when it won fairly comfortably. It's probably going to lead these from the 6. Should be able to control it from there and probably get away with it.
Yep, I'm really keen. Again, you got 5 starts, 3 wins in a second. It's come back unbeaten this prep. First one back was good. I was keen on it Moonee Valley and it dominated there. A lot of numbers here. A lot of, I know you got Shamina who has been good to us, but there's just a lot. And Brazado needs it straight, so you take them out. I just think this might just Craig Williams will know exactly where to put it. He'll either go straight across or sit outside lead and just have control of this race.
Yeah, certainly. If depending on how the track's playing, if it's suiting on paces, then 100% you'll want to be probably having more rather than less on it.
Yeah. Riding the Wave's interesting. 1,400 back now because I was sort of like an up in distance, but just massive, fresh enough, talented horse. $7. I might have a saver there. Would be the only one I'd mention away from that. But I think could be on the bunny and off you go for the favourite. And we'll wrap up the last benchmark 7 over the 1,400 metres. Harder Passance. We know why it was scratched on Saturday. Was it a...
No, I didn't. It was a late scratching and I don't know why it was scratched. I'm actually in a punters club and that was my punters club bet and I just got a message on WhatsApp that said... it's Harder Passance. I think it's a late scratching. Yeah. Thankfully, I jumped onto one of my tips in Brizzy onto Socialising, who came home with an absolute wet sail and got him on the line. So the punters club was happy, but yeah, don't know why. But I'll be backing up here to get on $4.50. I think it's a pretty good price. There's a few. I'm very concerned about Regards Marie. I think that's the main danger, but it's drawn off the track. So
outline that form line. I know Grinzinger Alley came out and bolted in, but we've already sort of mentioned that form line with Marie. If it's, everything's good with Harder Passance, I think it's just everything we talked about on Friday. I think it's a good bet.
Yeah, same at $4.50. I think it's a very nice bet.
Yep, and it was good because I ended up having a good bet on King Magnus on Saturday. So all's all that ends
yes.
Well. Shall we do a? Should we? It might be done. I'll throw a quad out here if you like for Caulfield.
Yeah, mate, go for it.
Quaddy Caulfield Australia Day. First leg 1, 4, and 6 into 5 and 6. The 3, 4, 7, and 9. come home a bit wider. 1, 5, 7, 9, 10, and 13. Since I've written it, there have been some scratchings, so 13's out. But yeah, so it was about 40% without scratching there. Be $50. My best of the day is going to be La Mexicana, but very very keen early, same as at Warwick Farm. And my value will be Never Again. I think that's a great each way bet there. What about yourself?
Yeah, my value comes up in the last, Heart of Puissance. Thought I'd take that as my value bet of the day. And my best bet of the day is All Banter, race 7, number 1.
Perfect. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm guessing you haven't really had a look at Bow Desert or anywhere else around the country.
I didn't have a look at Bow Desert. I did have one in Wagga. If you got some money left coming into the last race there, race 7, number 6 to the 9s.
Okay.
I think it'll be hard to beat. And Bow Desert, I just went, no thank you, too hard. I'll let that one go up in Brizzy.
No problem at all. We'll save.
I'm a bit surprised. I'm a bit surprised that there's not a better meeting floating around than Bow Desert up in Queensland.
Yeah, I was the same. I sort of went to have a look, see what was around, what you might find for us. But
I'm just having a quick flick. I'm just having a quick flick at Bow Desert now. Race 5, number 1, Cleo's Poet, has been going well at Townsville, winning pretty comfortably. So it might be one if you're looking to have a bet in Bow Desert. Race 5, number 1.
Great.
At the $3.50 mark.
I won't hold that one against you though. I'll keep your streak going in Queensland for Friday when we catch up again. And
yes.
Until then though, enjoy Australia Day. Any plans?
Yeah,
you got cricket on?
Yes, yeah. The young bloke's got to take him to a cricket match tomorrow for his Green Shield team. We're in the semi-finals. So good luck to the boys out there in that hot, warm weather that they're going to be playing in.
Good luck with that, and we shall catch up again Thursday night, Friday morning to do our Saturday preview as we head towards autumn.
No worries, mate.
Catch you then, buddy.
Stay safe.